Have you ever been in a situation where a person makes an argument and it goes premise, 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 therefore conclusion, and you think, well, I agree with your premises, but your conclusion just doesn't follow. Or maybe you think the inference is good, but the premises are way off base. Maybe you actually agree with the person's conclusion, but think this is a lousy argument for it. What you're noticing is that there are different ways an argument can go wrong. And the good news is, philosophy can help sort those out. Here I want to talk about a philosophical concept called validity. An argument is valid when it is structured in such a way that if the premises are true, the conclusion must be true as well. It's a truth-preserving structure. Now, in everyday language, people will sometimes use the term valid much more loosely. They'll say, that's a valid point to indicate agreement. In philosophy, we use it more specifically. Again, it's about good argument structure. Take a simple example. This argument. If my office is in Detroit, then my office is in Michigan. My office is in Detroit, therefore my office is in Michigan. Now, it happens to be the case that these premises are true. My office is in Detroit, and if an office is in Detroit, then it's in Michigan. Apologies to the folks in Detroit, Tennessee. But whether or not those premises are true, that argument is valid. Why? Because if those premises are true, the conclusion has to be true as well. And again, validity is about the structure, not the content of arguments. Take another example. If my office is in Paris, my office is in Michigan. My office is in Paris, therefore my office is in Michigan. Is that one valid? Now you might be thinking, your office isn't in Paris. Are you sure? It doesn't matter. The argument is still valid because the structure is such that if those premises were true, which they're not, the conclusion would have to be true as well. In fact, this has the same structure as the previous argument. The structure is if P then Q, P therefore Q. We can worry later about whether the premises are true. Once you know that that's a valid argument structure, it's valid whatever you plug into it, as long as you're consistent with your P's and Q's. A valid argument can have true premises and a true conclusion, false premises and a false conclusion, false premises and a true conclusion, but not true premises and a false conclusion. Why not? Because, I'll say it again, the definition of a valid argument is one where if the premises are true, the conclusion must be true as well. Now you might be thinking, this validity thing doesn't sound very impressive. I mean, you can still end up with a false conclusion. Well, that's right. Argument structure is only half the battle. You also have to pay attention to content. You want true premises. The term we use for a valid argument with only true premises is a sound argument. A sound argument proceeds from true premises to a true conclusion that follows, causing peace and prosperity to reign across... Okay, not really. But in deductive arguments, soundness is what you want. Which brings me to my final point, which is that validity is about deductive arguments, arguments where the premises are meant to guarantee the conclusion. There are also inductive arguments where the premises are meant to show that the conclusion is likely or probable. Now, those are trickier, but even there, you should pay attention to the difference between structure and content. I'm John Corvino, and this is Better Argument.